match table 2, Tim Kovach and Peter Horton. Tim and Peter, table 2, same 8 rating.
Wow, Tim just lost that match, and he's got another one right away. Okay, we're actually joining this match about halfway through the first rack. They jumped to the table and started playing right away. So we've got Ian Costello and John Tedder here. They're both within 4 or 5 Fargo points. So this would be a straight race to 10. I believe it's a Fargo 7, Ian's a 702, and John is a 699. Bringing the A-team back in.
Yeah.
How was Junior doing over there?
This guy's hands full.
Oh, he's playing somebody.
Gary.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, of course he's playing somebody. That was a stupid statement.
Gary from here. Yeah, they're both very good, and they're having a good match. I don't know the score off the top of my head, but a lot of safeties where they're sending the ball out and sticking it right to the next one effortlessly.
That's Junior. Ian's on a roll here, 2-0, and is just...
So Ian's in the black shirt?
Yeah.
It's amazing how much English he uses. I've been watching him all day. It's amazing. He spins that ball.
Tim Daniel likes to spin his cue ball.
Yeah. Most of the greats do at the shortstop level.
Well,
once you get into the pro level, they use less and less English.
But there's always an exception to that rule.
Efren.
Well, Efren, and I was only able to watch him play for a little bit, but McCready loved to spin his cue ball.
He was done by the time I came on the scene. I never got to see him. He was just a legend when
I think I got to watch his last U.S. Open, and he certainly wasn't, what he was at one time, but he's the only player I've ever watched who, when he was warming up for a match, would warm up with how much spin can I put on this ball. He could stop the ball, but instead he'd hit it with so much English it would go 4 or 5 rails around the table and come back to where he wanted it to be.
Yeah. I'm torn. One minute I want to spin the ball, next minute I want to play dink pool and just try to dink it around. And yeah.
I remember that U.S. Open as the majority of people, when they walked in the room, would either say, "Where's Keith playing?" or "Where's Efren playing?" or Earl playing.
Right.
Because that's who they wanted to watch.
Yep.
I mean, they put on a show.
Yep.
Wait. Ian's playing just lights out so far.
Yeah. And who's his opponent?
John Tedder, he's a 699.
Wow.
Ian's like a 702.
Wow.
We're not seeing what looks like a match of 3 Fargo points apart.
Right. But it's only 2 games.
Right, I mean, it's early in the match.
So it looks fresh because it just got done.
Right about this time every night, my computer tries to go into this orange or yellow screen to save my eyes. It's like, I'm doing a stream. I don't need to save my eyes.
That's a great shot. He's really feeling it. Man, that's good speed control, and those balls aren't hitting the rail before they go in or anything.
Oh, no.
He is on it.
How you doing, Bob?
Good.
So the next one, DPT, is in freezers.
Right.
Which size tables?
I thought it was 9-footers, but
I don't know.
Jason Sweet posted on here earlier that we had said bar boxes, so I've got to go back and look.
Okay. Yeah, these guys over here in Vegas just have no clue how much pool is in Phoenix.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta have it on. I gotta have it on my phone calendar. I start adding stuff as they announce it, and I look at a day, and there's got 3 or 4 matches, 3 or 4 things I could do.
Well, and I try to track them off of the paper.
Yeah. So it's absolutely amazing.
I don't think so. When I was listening to it, it was kind of loud, so I couldn't hear.
When did
49's a perfect number.
49? Yeah.
Not too many, but you don't have to be here till 4 in the morning today, and then 1 in the morning tomorrow. So, any upsets, any surprises?
Not that I've seen.
No, Fargo makes it pretty fair.
Yeah, it really does.
I mean, I have 11-4 match in my first one, and then we went hill. I mean, that's I was a contender. So. That was a good hit. He just leaves it right out. I know that shot. I did a few of them today. So is this when his opponent takes a timeout and tries to break his momentum a little bit, you think?
John doesn't look like he's got the will to win over there.
Okay.
And I think maybe he knows Ian,
Okay.
but he doesn't look like he wants to be anywhere near this match right now. And when you're watching from home, you can't see it, but... And there's some guys who that's just the way they play.
Right.
They don't wear their heart on their sleeve, but... And something like this has got to be tough to play. I mean, Ian's he's acting like he doesn't, or he looks like he doesn't even have to think.
Right. He's starting to get up there. 4. He's starting to almost be halfway.
All right, well, let's see what John can do. He's got a shot at the 1, the 2.
I mean, $6.99. That's a strong Fargo, guys.
Oh, yeah. He can obviously make a ball.
Yeah. And he can run racks himself, and with this great format, you can put packs on.
I don't think Ian ran more than 1 in a row, though. I mean, he played it safe to win that last game.
Yeah. But he got to break, he got control of the table, and, that kind of thing.
This kind of play isn't gonna...
Yeah. I had French dip earlier, and it was awesome. It was a really good food here today, Griff.
Teriyaki chicken was good.
I have to remind myself. I look at my watch. I come up, oh, it's been 7.5 hours since you ate. You gotta eat.
Yeah.
You don't get in one of those matches and just crash.
Oh yeah.
So, gotta make it 7 yet. I have my raffle tickets.
You always have your raffle tickets.
Yep.
And you've won. How much have you won?
I've won this JB case right here, and I think I've won a set of them balls.
That was a nice bank by Ian. It looked like he didn't even have to try, and Tedder kind of threw his hands up on the rail. Like, what do I have to do?
It's got a little tricky. But until he rattles the ball, it's never even going to shake him. But he shoots a lot of English. He's halfway there.
Well, and Tedder's going to say, there was nothing I could do. Ian's playing great, but he's had opportunities.
Right.
You never think about those.
Right. Oh, like today, I made lots of mistakes. Just hit things too hard, too soft, too hard, too soft.
We just couldn't make it home.
I don't think you ever knew Bill Moore.
No.
Back home, I came home from a tournament one time and I said, God, the guy that beat me, he got so lucky. I don't understand it. And Bill said, you had the opportunity to win the match. You lost. You never say, I played horrible. You always say, well, my opponent got so lucky. I'd have won if he hadn't gotten lucky. He said, show him a little bit of respect.
Yeah. Yeah. You just and in this field, I miss shape. I make something harder, and they're out. They're gone. They're gonna get out, or you're gonna look at a lot. Oh, that's a bad roll there.
That one he should have saw coming.
Yep.
Now I don't see Ian just running at will here.
He's gonna play a good safe, I think. Two's gonna come out. Yeah, right behind a ball.
Wow. He can go one rail. He should still be able to hit it.
Yeah.
Or not. He's on 2.
Yeah,
but it's not going to matter.
I don't think so.
This is stop. 6 to the 8's the hardest part of the out.
So sure, getting good reviews about your turning stone. Everybody sure enjoys that tournament and likes it.
Oh, it is.
It's on my list. It happens in January and August, right?
Yep.
Yeah. August might, whatever. Be less snow for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But
it was comfortable there.
Yeah.
January can be brutal.
Yeah.
You land and there's a foot of snow on the ground.
Right. Wow, look at that. He's just, when you're up 5-0, everything just rolls.
Yeah, and your opponent's not putting any resistance on.
Yep. Yeah, he's not even making him shoot 9s. You're right.
Yeah, they got good restaurants there. They got a great venue, they got good bleacher seating, 16 tables comfortably in the ballroom.
And what's the entry fee?
Oh, for a non-Joss Tour player, it's more because they've got the Johnny Archers and the Rodney Morrises of the world who come there for the added money.
So $400 or $500.
It's not that much.
Okay.
No, it might be 2 or 3.
Okay.
You should talk to Chuck Evans. He played one time.
And when are we gonna get the Joss Tour in Phoenix?
Yeah. They, first of all, they have a whole lot more rooms out there. They've probably got 10 rooms that are part of a tour like that. I see some of those rooms where they've got a Joss Tour event this week, they have a Predator Tour stop the following week, they've got a Tri-State Tour the following week.
Right. Yeah, when we visited for Steinway for the Classic, we went to Amsterdam Billiards, and it was $25 per person per hour to hit balls in there. It's
I believe it.
Wow. But
How many times is he going to do that? Try to play? Was he trying to play safe, or was he
I
trying
thought
to?
he was playing safe. But he's got it, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe two-way. A little two-way.
Yeah, he's going to show us what he can do here. He's walking with a little bit more purpose to him now.
I like his chin right over that cue stick. I can never seem to get down that far. Yeah, I think we got lucky. 2 champions are flying to Russia tomorrow, so we didn't see those two champions today.
That would have been a good field with them in it, though.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen Vilmus and
Yeah. Yep.
and Mitch face off.
Yep. Yep. So.
All right, well, John's going to show us a little will to win here.
Oh, he didn't give him that 9? Come on.
No.
He gave him 5 others. He
After
had
everyone
6,
that John
yeah.
gave him.
Yeah. Where'd you guys end up staying?
A day's in.
Days.
Yeah. It's like 3 miles away from here.
That's cool.
We were up way too late last night watching Tim.
Yeah. And they smoke in there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck was struggling
yeah,
with it.
I struggle. No, I can waste money on the casino floor to smoke, but by God, I don't want to be in a pool all that smokes.
Well, and we're spoiled back home. You know, you can't even smoke around the building. You gotta.
Yeah. We are spoiled with our rooms and our venues and everything.
Promoters, players.
Yep.
Part. Everybody likes each other back home.
Yeah.
There's 1 or 2 that I don't care for, but
Right.
I'm sure there's 1 or 2 that don't care for me. I don't
Right.
mind.
Yeah, and even where Griffin was talking about that. People come in here and they don't come in and play pool all weekend. They come in to do the casinos and have fun and
Yeah.
party and basically overdo it or go crazy and then go home to Missouri or wherever, Minnesota or wherever, not come back for 7 months, you know, or save up for the next trip. So,
Yeah, he had made a comment that he wasn't sure that people really came here to play pool. You can
Right.
do that anywhere.
right. Yeah, he tells me that every time, you know, and it's just, you know. And he has a lot of competition for the entertainment dollar.
Oh, yeah.
You're sitting here and you can go to 19 different casinos and drink and party and be merry. And then you got all the clubs. Did you see where the Palms is adding on?
No.
Yeah, they're all under construction. It's all in the front. Looks like, I assume, I don't know. I assume it's hotel rooms, but whatever. It's got to be some more gaming too, probably.
Oh, yeah.
They haven't added on for 20 years.
Well, Casino del Sol's adding on. They're adding a
Oh,
bunch
they
more
are?
rooms. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. And we'll be there in November. So we'll be there the weekend before they have the turkey shoot here. I'm signed up for the turkey
Oh,
shoot
cool.
here.
I saw
Yeah.
the ad on
Yeah.
the wall. 5,000 added.
Yeah, and 128 players. I think he'll fill it. And it's on Black Friday. It's gonna be perfect. I mean, it's a 3-day weekend for me, 3-4-day weekend, anyways. And I already sent my money and everything. I think he'll get it. I think he'll get 128 players.
He actually made it look like he made a mistake there.
Yeah, he'll make up for it right here.
Yes,
Yeah.
he will.
Yeah. this winter side?
Yes.
Wow.
Winners are done for the day.
Okay.
He's going to bring back 8 on the winner's side, 4 on the loser's side.
12 people. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Chuck runs a damn good tournament.
He does.
You have a very easy job compared to what the hell he has to do with over there.
That's
he
the way
has He has to explain Fargo every time of how in the hell can it be an 11-4 race and all that, and then all the board. But running tournaments is tough work. And
he and I have joked about making him a sign that he can put on top of the bracket that says your match will be when your match is.
Yeah.
Because how many people... Do you know when my match will be?
Right.
Yeah, it'll be 42 minutes from right now.
Right. Wow, he's down to the final 8 on the winner's side. That's fantastic. It's only 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's a great tournament.
We were worried about how late it was going to run tomorrow because he's in the middle of jury duty.
Yeah, he said that. Don't want a warrant for his arrest.
Yeah. And he told me he got picked 2 weeks ago. He said, it's going to be a problem for me. He said, I think I'm still going to be on this jury.
Yeah.
So we said, well, we could take 2 vehicles and you could drive, because he was thinking we would drive back Sunday.
Right.
I said, Chuck, there's just no way.
Right.
You finish a tournament at 9 or 10 o'clock, you can't drive back.
And the venue wants you to take your time and
Sure.
get everybody in here to watch the finals. And,
He's trying to make a mistake.
that's where when they're gonna split always kills you. People are ready for a finals, and so we always just say split the money and do whatever on the money side. Just play the damn match. But yeah.
All right. He's not even gonna make him shoot the last 2.
Table 4, Ronnie Allen, Jim Mitchell, table 4.
It's really cool seeing Ronnie Allen out and about. I only knew the old Ronnie Allen.
And they're not related.
They're not really.
Not related at all.
Wow, I never knew that.
I want to say Ronnie played in our tournament here last year.
I just assumed they were related.
I assumed that too last year, and somebody said no.
Huh.
I'm thinking that's a name to try to live up to.
Yeah.
That'd be like trying to live in Phoenix and play pool by the name Scott Frost.
Right. Well, speaking of legends in Phoenix, what's the odds of Mitch making the cut?
I think with Dennis backing out, Mitch's chances went way up because I think Dennis was supposed to be a lock.
Yeah.
Then again, I thought Corey was a lock for the final 8. I will be one of the first to criticize a top player when I think they did something that was wrong, but I compliment Dennis the whole way.
Yep.
He said, "Look, I'm not going to half-ass this. I can't give it 100%, so somebody else should go."
Yep. And he started his new business.
Right.
So, yeah. Well, I hope, of course, I hope Mitch makes it.
Sure.
And then I hope they do so well, and he does so well, that he gets to do it next year here.
That would be fun.
Not that I'm, picky or anything, but yeah.
Not that you want everything.
Yeah. But by God, if they go over there and they win it, they're definitely going to be the pick for next year. So.
I think, well, I more than think. I'm positive Shane is on the team. There's no question there.
Yeah.
I think, I think Skylar's probably on the team, although that's not a lock.
Right. I had them all down as on the lock. Billy's on the team.
Billy's supposed to be on the team.
I just, it was 3 or 4. He has 1 out of 4 chance, 1 out of 3 chance, something like that.
1 out of 3 now.
Yeah.
Because you only got to get by, you only got to fade 2 other people who don't go.
Right. And then even if you're not picked, if you just stick with it and be ready, one might come down with flu, something like that. You kind of like a football player that gets cut by one team, but if you stay in shape, somebody else may pick you up. So
I really think Mitch's win over Shane here
in the 10 ball,
really moved him up the list.
good.
It's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I also know, though, that Johan is not impressed with Mitch's fast and loose, I can run a rack in a minute thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think Johan made a statement when the guy in the 14 possible players who had the most experience by far doesn't make the final 8.
Yeah.
I mean, that's sending a message.
Right. You gotta have the right attitude, you gotta have the right mesh, you gotta have, even if you're not the greatest player, but you can win from the bench. You can help them win from the bench. We all know, you look over at the USA bench and, you know, not everybody's all paying complete attention and, you know, it's not really, you know, helping them out and everything else. But when you look at that Europeans, I mean, they are screaming and yelling and clapping for each other and everything. So
Well, they're a team.
They're a team.
They function as a team, and I've seen different coaches try to put things in place,
right.
and it just doesn't work. America's just not. American players aren't wired that way.
Now, them going and doing this Russian Cup and stuff, that's a smart idea.
Yeah.
That's going to mesh you. That's going to bond, you know.
Well, Johan knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, he was the one who.
And he didn't give up. Even after he lost last
Yeah.
year, he didn't give up. So,
And I know that Matchroom, it's like, just give us a reason.
yeah.
Just improve your score a little.
Yeah.
Make it a little more of a match.
Yep. And when I looked at the European team last year, I thought they dumbed it down some.
A lot of people thought that.
I'm like, well, where's this? Where's that? Where's who? Where's him? Where's him?
Who's Joshua
him?
Filler?
You know?
What's he doing in that
Yeah,
field?
you
and
know.
then look at it.
Yeah. You know, and we couldn't rattle the younger guys because they never were behind.
Right.
You know, I mean, Suke broke and ran out the very first rack and they never looked back.
Yep.
You know, but, you know, when you're a young guy and you got Suke following you, you know. So Suke played lights out. He played.
Well, but all of their players are
Yeah.
so. I mean, look at what Kachi did,
Yep.
and you know, back home. I mean,
They've got to do. They got to get their jump cues figured out. They were disconnecting and reconnecting like for longer or shorter, and then with that shot clock, it's so tough. They almost missed shot clock a couple of times, and yeah, I know we're not talking about the match, but there ain't much to talk about.
No.
This is a runaway.
we're 28 minutes into the match,
Yeah.
and we could very well be done
Yeah,
in
he's on
30
the hill.
minutes.
Yeah, I don't think John's going to try to steamroll back from this. So,
But we saved the best match for you.
yeah, we can talk about other things. I was very surprised that they have another Mosconi Cup. It's just been dwindling over the last few years. It's not close. I thought everything was going to switch over to the Asian.
Yeah.
Cup. I thought everything
Yeah.
was going to switch.
Well, they want to keep it alive. They love the event.
Right. But I thought maybe they were going to change the rules of maybe you have to live in the country you're playing for.
I don't think they'll do that.
you know, just something.
A lot of people have said
Yeah.
they compare it to the Ryder Cup, and they always want it to be that comparison.
So. And when is the Asian Cup?
They haven't put a date on it yet.
Okay, but I remember we talked about that, and I
Yeah.
remember it's coming.
Yeah, I thought after this last one that it would be done.
So, the U.S. Open sold
Right. To Matchroom.
to Matchroom, but then now they've just kind of changed the name to International, right?
Yeah, it was going to be called the U.S. International 9-Ball Open, and it was decided that that was too close to U.S. Open, so now it's just the International Open.
See, in my, and I'm not in the know, but when I hear that you sell the rights and you sell it, I thought they were done.
Well, but it's not Brady and it's not the Berman family anymore. They
Oh,
have
it's
nothing
not.
to do with it. This is
Okay.
Pat Fleming
Doing the new U.S. Open.
doing the International
Okay, and that's in Virginia still.
at the same location that the U.S. Open
all
was
right,
at last
all right,
year.
Just checking, yes, because that's what I'm thinking
All right,
with.
next table
Okay.
8, next matchup, table 8, Johnny Branson and Hector Villarreal. Table 8, it's 11-5 race.
But
And then the other one starts on Easter.
oh, does it really?
Yeah, April 21st or whatever. It's It's Easter Sunday. Oh my goodness! Well, that
You
pretty
didn't call
much.
that.
No
I don't think it's going to matter.
option. Oh, he made the 5 though.
Yeah.
Look at that English. He's spinning that ball. Bam.
And he spins the ball and hits the center of the pocket.
I know.
I wonder what kind of a shaft he's playing with.
I don't know. Magical.
This is done. 31 minutes. Oh no, I thought it was 10-10. Chuck said it was 10-10 race.
I don't know. This guy can run 442 of them. Neither one of them are jumping up, so. Maybe Chuck raced him in the middle.
Yeah.
So I ran into something a little bit different. I love the piece of paper that Chuck gives us for the races.
Yeah.
To mark the score. But, when you have to have it in this venue, the paper's behind you, then they're marking their score without you watching. At least when they go up there to do the markers on top of the light,
Yeah.
you can watch your opponent do that. Does that kind of make sense?
Right. Yeah.
You don't get beat on the wire. But yeah, I ran into that today. Wow.
Maybe he's just going to 11 for fun.
I don't know. Yeah, he could go to 15. It wouldn't matter right now. My dad always says it ain't who you play, it's when you play him. And at Rafael Martino's, I've seen that. I've seen matches where he just doesn't miss. Then the very next match, a little while later, he goes back to normal or human Bill or whatever. Not super god.